Yes, it is unfortunately Aerospray time. Well, I have some other gear on right now because I was playing League with the rest of my team. Figured might as well have something close to what I would normally run competitively if I'm doing that. But we're back to our starting gear. And we're going to get started. Because the rotation's already been going for 5 minutes and I don't want to waste any more time. Hello, gamers. You used to main Aerospray? I'm so sorry. That must have been really hard for you. So we made it to level 17 with the help of some tickets and a little bit of league grinding. I highly doubt that we are going to make it to a new weapon unlock today, but we're going to get closer. Alright, getting started. They have a charger, we don't. So they will have Ray. Question is whether they will know how to use it very well. Ooh, wow, that is not a fight I should ever win. I think they didn't expect me to be there and didn't have their aim ready. In a situation like that, I don't even care that I'm gonna die. I want a body block for the Rainmaker. I want to make it so that they have to shoot me first and the Rainmaker second, because that gets you a few extra points. And the push is gonna end anyway if you can't get that person down, like, immediately, so... Dodging around, not gonna do an awful lot there. This is the way that you want to be taking it. And we have now moved our teammates over here. Now the charger is going to be a challenge. There we go, there we go, there we go. Couldn't quite get him. He probably could have run for it. I don't know. Maybe the charger was giving him trouble. Whatever. Wasted more time for the enemy team. Okay, they're trying to make the same push here. Yes, they are. And, I don't know how my teammate got in there. But good on them for doing it. Okay. And once again, it is just this brush. And unfortunately, they are starting to win that 1v1, which I've said that they should. Which means that I have not been able to get the pick on them to actually allow us to KO. Charger's taking a pretty good spot here. Because I can't really get in. Nobody can really get in. Oh, but they're gonna try and take it down and get onto the rail. Which we are ready to cut off. And now we can just take it right back up here. Oh, no. I don't know if I can save this. They're getting away from me right now. Got one of them. Let's just bomb rush. Oh. No, I tried. This is the best scoring opportunity the other team has had so far. Which isn't saying much, because they've gotten to, like, 90. From here we can cover a couple of different options. Ooh, this is not good. I can stall it out until my teammates get back, because the only person who was up front to challenge me was an inkjet that had to get back to their jump point. This guy's not paying attention. I can take them out. Okay, cool. If there had been any amount of people around to defend the Rainmaker in front of it, I would not have been able to do anything there. But that flushes them out. I don't think it gets the kill. Okay, good. Teammate is moving forward for me. They need to push in with me here. Or maybe not. What I just showed there also was a technique that makes the Rainmaker dunk animation take less time. The way that the Rainmaker dunk works is it actually just mimics your like physical momentum. Like, it is just you getting onto the Rainmaker pedestal that causes that to happen. If you're like mashing the B button as you rise up over the lip of it, you'll rise up into the air like, you know, the thing you cancel when you ledge cancel. So you can actually, if you go at an angle, you can't ledge cancel because instead of going squid form, your character starts doing the Rainmaker dunk animation with their hands. So you can't like ledge cancel it, but what you can do is make it so that you spend less time going up over the edge of the pedestal by going at it a little bit sideways. And I got a pretty good instance of it there. The reason that you want to do that is so that you're up over the top of the pedestal for less time, and there's less of a chance that someone on the other side of the Rainmaker pedestal is going to shoot you. Because the entire time that you're approaching the Rainmaker pedestal, you should be using the pedestal to block shots from the opposing side. Like, you should always want to keep the Rainmaker pedestal in between you and the opponent. So if you just use it to block those shots and then use this trick to be up over the top for less time, they have very little of an opportunity to shoot you. Did I mention that zones is our worst mode? Is the Aerospray's worst mode? I wouldn't think so. I don't know what hour means exactly. Maybe I didn't read for far enough up. Curling Bomb Rush was lethal in lower ranks. It's a really good special in very specific situations. It's a good special when... Oh, am I going to run out of time here? Without finding a single person? That doesn't bode well. Oh, no. It's really good in specific situations. Like, as soon as anybody gets the ability to, like, go up a ledge, even a very short ledge, it doesn't do anything. But if you've got someone trapped in a pit or a court or something like that, that bomb rush is really difficult to deal with. It makes it very easy to get picks. So it absolutely can be impactful. Hi there, Goddess of Toast. And Hikami. What rank is this? We went from B to A+ just now. We made a jump. Rejoice for I have arrived. Hello, arrived. Or, sorry. No, I can't do the dad joke. It wasn't I am arrived, it was I have arrived. Wasted a dad joke on that. What's your favorite bomb rush? Suction or Splat Bomb Rush? Suction, probably, because they have bigger explosion radiuses. But Splat Bomb Rush is still gnarly, and you give that to the wrong weapon, and that's a busted weapon. Playing Aerospray Slayer. I will have to eventually start playing it more carefully. I don't know exactly how high up in ranked I'm going to have to do that, but this weapon is not good at slaying. I am good at slaying, and I'm carrying the weapon a little bit in that regard, but this weapon itself, what's the worst Aerospray? Gold, no question. Gold actually was meta for a short time because baller spam was in vogue, but they nerfed baller into the ground, and that's literally the only thing that weapon is good at, getting ballers. And I guess painting, but that's how you get ballers, so I figured it counted as a part of that. Well, nobody's painting with me, so I die. They had a rapid blaster too. Like, that does not paint the shield very fast. It doesn't have a lot of DPS. Yeah, see, so I just beat a K-52 in a 1v1. That's not a thing that should happen often. There's still someone up there. We just saw them. No, we actually didn't. I'm paranoid. Okay, this is gonna be huge. I don't think they're ready to stop this. Yeah, wow, okay. They made the completely correct call. That push is probably the best one that you can make on this map. Because you can often get across the glass. You force the enemy team to rotate into a pretty predictable set of positions. And as soon as you win any kind of fight, you can get close to the goal very quickly. It's also not the easiest one for them to push out of, because they want to get to the right side, and that pushes it to their left side. So, for lots of reasons, that's the push you generally want to make when you can. That's your kind of default, your bread and butter. Going through the middle's fine too, but you gotta be able to kind of force it up the middle. And there are definitely some really exposed positions you have to take it through to get it there. So yeah, gold Aerospray is the worst. Silver and bronze, they get their specials quickly. Bronze has a burst bomb, which makes it the one that you can actually kind of use in combat sometimes. But you gotta bear in mind that you're taking an Aerospray over the Neo Splash, which has perfect accuracy and also has burst bombs and also has more range and has perfect jump accuracy when you're thinking of taking an Aerospray PG. So it's like, is that really worth it? The silver one is the one that has seen the most experimentation in competitive play recently. If you really want a curling bomb rush and a lot of paint, it's a thing you can do. I don't know. Why is it called the Rainmaker when it doesn't make rain? It kind of does. Like, you shoot that ball and ink rains down from it or something like that. I don't know. Maybe because it's made of gold and making it rain is like dollar bills. Yeah, Operation Goldfish would be cooler, I agree. That's what it is in German. There are a couple of good ones. I think the, I forget if it was the French or the Dutch one, but it's a different translation and it's also very cool and funny. Okay, the Charger... Okay, they're down. So it's just this splatter shot who is on the back wall. And unfortunately, they did not expect him to be on the back wall. But we still have control. I think I just do this into the street here. Yeah, well, we got 2 for that. I'm gonna play Rainmaker here so that I can, okay, so that takes that out of the equation. Okay, we're gonna try the sneaky jump here. People at this rank will probably have all just learned that by watching me see it. Or by watching me do it. Well, if any of those shots had hit, that would have been a pretty good fight to stay in, but they didn't. And I don't know if that was my fault or not. With this weapon, you sometimes just can't tell. Sometimes it's not your fault, but it's your fault for trusting the weapon, you know? Yeah, there are a lot of places that it can work, but the fact that it is situational is always a downside, because there will also be situations where it's not going to be useful. Whereas armor is going to be useful almost all the time, unless someone's on tower, I guess. Careful about your armors on Triggerfish Tower, okay? Otherwise, we're probably good. Let's play rat a little bit. Oh, okay, they saw that coming. They had... It was a relatively predictable move that I was making, and maybe a little bit disrespectful to the level of play that we have here. Good stop. We really needed it to happen exactly that quickly. And I'm going to pick this up just to be safe so that they can't just grab it and run for lead. Get down over this side, and then one of those over there, because they'll probably be coming back on the right side. What if, though? What if they're not watching? Oh, well, that answers my question. Oh. Cool. Yeah, that was an awkward place to have it, because the bombs are... I don't know how to get them to land on that player without holding them for a second. I was trying to get, like, a cool bank shot to happen, but couldn't quite figure out the angle. And all these Rainmaker plays, I'm just trying to get them... Oh, no. I'm just trying to get the Rainmaker to a spot where they don't want to be pushing from. Push it a little further back. I don't know that that's really the best play, thinking about it now, but... Nope. Oh, my God. See, that's where the weapon starts failing you, right? I was pre-firing him, knew exactly where he was coming, had my aim on first. Still traded. It's like a trade with this weapon is a win against a weapon like that, and that's game. Yeah, when you grab the Rainmaker at the end of the game, you've got to be really careful, because as soon as you lose it, the game ends, right? So you got to take your time. You got to let your teammates get in front of you. You've got to have protection. If you just run into the enemy team like that because you're like, oh no, we lose if I don't push far enough. Well, yeah, but you're not going to be able to push far enough. You needed to get all the way through our street and down the ledge. Like, you think you're not going to run into anybody in that time? You need your team to push them out for you. D-ranked today. 07's in chat for dude. F, 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 F. Guess I should be using my Soda Slosher special better. Burst Rush is what that one has. That's not Splat Bomb Rush. That's also really good, but one of the reasons that it works really well for the Soda Slosher is that one burst bomb combos with one slosh. So you get a damage combo effectively for, like, 8 seconds or whatever with that special that is stronger than the main weapon normally would be. We're gonna get flanked. In that situation, if you're my teammates, what you want to be doing is, like, watching where I got splatted from and, like, having a plan for the player who splatted me. Wait, I took enough damage from the torpedo? Huh. I did not expect that was going to kill me. I would have healed a little bit otherwise. I think that was survivable if I had just dropped into my ink a little bit, but I was like, nah, that's fine. I can keep on rushing. What splatted them? Somebody over there, I see. Okay. Oh my goodness. This weapon does not do enough damage. Go over here. Man. Okay, good stop. This is fine. The roller is a pain right now because I can't fight it super well and my teammates are not painting to look for it. So I kind of need to be their defense mechanism against it by painting to protect from flanks. Oh, they're going up over the top. This is a little bit of a waste, but I think we're here. Nice. Okay. That's the 23, so that means we're up here. Well, that's as far as I'm going to get with someone shooting the pedestal for me, but... Ooh, a collat! Let's go! I don't know if that was a collat at all, actually. It was probably just one shot, but good stuff, though. Well, at least I can beat an undercover Brella. And we're up. Wrong for jumping straight into enemy territory every time. I mean, if he's got his teammates defending him, it's not a bad plan. Can keep a push going. And dying on the other team's side isn't the worst thing. But if you're gonna get splatted for jumping, you need to not jump. It is not worth doing that. What are you supposed to do with Baller? Baller used to be broken. Baller used to be just a really powerful zoning tool that was really hard to shred. It was just a easy survival button. Get out of jail free card. Not anymore. More soda sloshers on the top one of rank recently. Yeah, I mean, Kyo's a soda slosher player, and he's one of the best players in North America. So. Doing ranked only with the sloshers on my Japanese copy. Okay. Wonder if I'll run into you on S+. We'll see if I can get there quick enough. We only have the one rotation. The next one is not going to be Zones or Rainmaker, unfortunately. How do you stay calm while playing? It's largely a matter... I mean, in this case, I have a cheat code, which is confidence, which is... I know that I am the strongest player in the vast majority of these lobbies. Like, maybe there's another Smurf I run into every now and then, but I know that I expect to, without as much effort, win these matches. So that helps a lot, but what I find helps a lot in situations where you're a little bit more stressed is focusing on what you need to do next. Focus on the future, focus on planning, focus on the game mechanics, the strategy, the metagame. Like, don't let yourself be thinking about results, like win or lose. Don't let yourself be thinking about emotional things. Like, if you think about the game from a rational perspective, you will not bother yourself with, oh, it's so laggy, that weapon is broken, blah, or any of that crap that doesn't mean anything and will make you play worse. Like, just think, if something goes wrong, what did I do wrong there? If something goes right, what did I do right there? That is the most reflection that you should be having on the past. After that, it's all, what do I do next? Or even, what do I do next time might be another way to phrase that for yourself. To, again, keep yourself focused on what you can control. Which is not what happened in the past, is what happens in the next 10 seconds. What's happening in the next 10 seconds is potentially very bad for me right now. We're very backed up, and nobody's taking a position where they're going to challenge this jet. That very much needs to happen. Okay. That was absolute mind reading. I had no idea what direction they were going to come up from. I just got lucky that I was shooting in the right direction. Okay, that should be enough. Ah, someone else came in from behind. The teammates are being very cautious right now. Like, I get the charger backing up. That's a wise thing for them to do. But why do we have a Luna Blaster sitting back on top of the charger? Like, I was surprised that the splatter shot wasn't pushing up into mid earlier. They play pretty aggressive, at least aggressive main weapons. But Luna, granted, is probably going to use fizzy bombs a little bit, but if you're going to get any use out of the main weapon, you need to be close to them. So you got to get close to them. Got to push up. Go offense! And of course that's not enough shots to splat because this weapon is bad. I didn't see that bomb actually. This is potentially lead lost. I don't think it's gonna be a huge lead, but oh, we actually stopped it. Cool. Jet is taking some really annoying positions. Now, in part, that's because they're not getting challenged at this level. Because when I go up to challenge them, it's generally working decently well. Make sure I don't back into that. I backed into that! I thought I was way out of that range. That is definitely going to be lead. That shouldn't be KO. Unfortunately, it was pretty close. And right now, what we want to do is just suicide this. Because what that'll do is reset it back into mid, and we have a chance to regain control and get back in there. They'll probably get pop. We probably still won't have control of mid, but we will at least have a much safer Rainmaker position so we don't get immediately KO'd. And we're also getting a lot of paint here, which is good. Jet is stuck. They found a smart counterplay option there, which was to go up. Do we pop this? I don't know. Got nothing to pop. Oh, we got definitely pop this. Okay. Oh no, he's just gonna die for running it down. Man, I was trying to pick it up so that I could play it safe and let my teammates get in there in front of me. Because a Rainmaker dropping down into that much ink just is not going to get anywhere until somebody is able to clear the spot out for them. But them basically suiciding it there just leads to us having to completely reset. Oh, I went out too early. That has basically infinite upwards range, which is very silly. I don't like... oh, are they dropping down? They're not dropping down. Okay. I'll jump as long as they're up there. Yeah, okay. Being missiled, that was a little bit optimistic of me. And we need to stop running the Rainmaker head-on into them. I think we lose this game. I need to get in there and splat the Rainmaker in 3 seconds. They're just running it backwards. So. Well, there's a loss, unfortunately. Do you teach Octolinks too? I guess. You guys are fine. Your title is disinformation. Please change it. Thank you. I've said nothing wrong. Tips to reach X rank. Try Slosher main. So KA matters, but not... It's a good correlation with doing well in the game, but it does not mean that you did well in the game. The splats matter if they are on players of the enemy team that matter. If you end up taking fights in places that don't matter, then, you know, you can trade 2 for 1 and still not be helping your team. So that's one thing. Check your deaths, check your teammates' deaths on the Splatoon app, and see if those numbers are a little bit more alarming than the 25 kills. But the narrative that I'm hearing from I can sometimes go with 25 kills in one game but still lose is I feel like I'm doing everything right and I'm still not winning, which is not a healthy thing to think if you're having trouble advancing, because clearly there's something that's not going right if you're not advancing. Like, if you are a strong enough player, you will absolutely just breeze through to X rank. Like, I've jumped from S+0 to S+9 in one leap a number of times on when I did the how to get out of ranked videos. Like, it can be done. Therefore, if you're not jumping in big skips like that, that means that there's still more to learn, and so be open to learning. I can't tell you, like, any tips that will just, like, immediately improve everything for you. I have a video out that does a pretty good job of hitting the typical bases on YouTube. The how to get out of S+ video would be a good one for you to watch. But knowing only what you've told me there's zero information that will actually help me, you know, tell you what to do other than what is in my videos already. So I would check those out first and then see if there's something you learn from there. If there's any specific situations, I'm happy to answer specific questions, but it needs to be specific enough that I know what the answer is going to be, because this is a complicated game. There's not just one single solution to get more wins, otherwise everyone would be using it. Ugh. Oh my goodness. I'm bomb rushing the shield and we're still losing it here. That's not something you usually expect to happen. I guess maybe a couple of us got splatted and we weren't in position to paint it from there. Must be it. Alright, that gets one of them. Did not realize there was someone below me, but I will take the opportunity to get it up here now that I have it. Why did I think they were going to go that way? Well, we've got it in a good spot. As long as we are able to do something here to win a fight, I think we're actually going to be able to make a better push now. Let's go in for a flank. Ah, they turned around. And we also didn't have anyone going in from the front, so they're just going to be able to walk it away from us. back up from there. Just not gonna get to anything. Okay, we forced him off. Nice. Painting for the Rainmaker. Let's go. Oh, man. Really good play from the Sunder there. This is probably a KO. We just gotta pop this. And then we get a pick, and then we run it up. Jet almost got me, but that weapon has really bad DPS, so they needed to hit more shots. What Aerospray are you using? This one. The one that is on your screen currently. Squid's cool. Have you seen the new Splatoon OLED? Yes, I have. It looks very shiny and also does not do anything that my Switch that I currently own can't. So for people who want a new Switch, awesome option. It's got some cool Splatoon stuff on the front. For people who already have a Switch, I'm like, I probably don't need that. I'm not a collector. Like, I don't have a lot of money right now either. How dare you call this weapon a bad weapon? Because it is. Next question. Starfish main stage Rainmaker. Starfish Rainmaker is pretty cutthroat. That is a map where you can go from mid to the pedestal in 10 seconds. It's very, very fast. So Rainmaker always is a test of your team's ability to defend. That's something that is true about any map, but that one especially, because you have to not just completely lose control of the map at any one point in time. It's a blessing. Thank you for the hard work. You're underrated. Oh, thank you. Really appreciate it. It's because people don't really know how to play it. Aerospray like it's a sploosh. The Aerospray is more like a junior. At least the silver one. The other ones don't have a great niche, but the silver one paints a lot, spams bombs, doesn't want to get into too many fights, which is exactly what the junior does. The thing is, the junior has armor, which is a much more useful special. It has better range and better shot spread than the Aerospray, so it can actually take some fights at close range. The Aerospray needs to be at basically sploosh range, whereas the Splattershot Junior is kind of like in between sploosh range and Splattershot range. It's like not as bad. So the Junior gets a much better special and does everything else about as well. So you use the Junior in competitive play. The Bomb Rush does get value when you pop it, but if all you're getting value from is the special, why not use a better main weapon that has this special, right? Like, you could use a Sorella tent and you would get the same special, but you now have a tent umbrella instead of an Aerospray, which is so much better for fighting. Just a little bit less paint. You can get that paint from a weapon that's going to give you armor instead, or something like that. Aerospray in single combat is just doo-doo. It is really bad. It is significantly worse than the Sploosh, because the Sploosh has way better DPS. I think it is like, short of the undercover umbrella, it is the single weakest weapon for fighting in a 1v1. And so a weapon like that is kind of a liability. It's a piece of paper for the rest of the team to shred through when you're trying to control a choke point. All you've got are your bomb spam and maybe your special if you've been able to farm that. You can just do better even for a weapon that's designed to paint a lot. For T-Tech on Manta Tower, Team's Worst Map Mode is on that. T-Tech on Manta Tower. I always play Tri-Slosh on Manta Tower. And I think K-Shot's probably better than T-Tech for that. I guess, well, you can use the Inkjets once you start getting into, like, lockout position. That's true. People do that all the time. Yeah. Scared me for a second because it looked like it was still moving, but I was like, oh yeah, they're falling. We got this. Oh my god. Guys, okay. Whew. If we were not in position to defend that, I would be upset because we had plenty of warning that that was coming, but we're good. Did we not go after the Charger? They were isolated there. Well. Okay, well, it was sloppy, but we got it done. Guess we're going this way. Just pick it for me. That'll get the trade and put us in a position where we can potentially keep the push going as long as we stay alive. Nice. We like trades. Okay. Good shot by the Charger. That was a good position for them to be in, and what you would want is for there to be pressure being put on the Charger in that position so that they can't just, like, fire freely at us. Seems like we tunneled a little bit more than we needed to on the Rainmaker, but they wanted to put that a little bit further forward and force the enemy players into the rest of our team. If they had done that, our teammates probably could have cleaned it up, but it's fine. We got to 39. That's not a winning push for sure, but it's a good, solid lead. That's not going to be the easiest thing in the world for them to come back from. Also, we now have numbers. Going to get in position here and let my teammates get in front of me. Well, they didn't get in front of me because they got shot first. But it was a little bit of time wasted. If they go slowly enough, I can probably get in here. Oh yeah, this is good. This is good. Gets us some more points. Now this is more of a winning push. If they want to go for it, they totally can. Yeah. 24. That is a push that is relatively defensible for win. I probably won't play for that, in part because a KO gets the game done faster. And I want to advance as far as I can. Also in part because, you know, anything can happen, and I don't necessarily trust myself if I'm in a position where my teammates were to all go down, that I could hold off on my own. Where did my bomb go? I definitely threw a bomb there. Okay, we got one. That should be enough for us to stall this out. I don't know who they shot those missiles at. The rest of us were all down. We're just gonna grab this and get out of here. Oh. Nice, that's 2 down. And the other 2 are gonna be right there. So we can just hold forward at them. There's someone above me. More points. I don't really know what was going on there. I thought I was going to die as soon as I showed my face, and then nobody was shooting. So I was like, oh, I guess I can just run now. Alright, so this is their last possession. And all I've got to do is stop Rainmaker here. Oh no, that was not what needed to happen, but okay. The Rainmaker went on their own there. The other team could have done a couple of things about that. They could have challenged me while I was alone, because they could have known I was alone from having splatted my teammates. They also could have just pushed up with the Rainmaker and run past me, because you saw I didn't stop it there. It was my teammates that stopped it. And if they'd done that, they would have had some numbers in front of them to displace my teammates and let the Rainmaker get through. But effectively what I ended up doing was tricking the Rainmaker into thinking, nope, you gotta go now, you gotta go now, this is your only chance. Knowing the advantage state, they definitely could have counterplayed that well. Like, I was going in a 1v3 or a 1v4 or something like that. It wasn't a great plan. People are usually individually better, but don't play with their team that much. That mulch, yes, exactly. Progress on the rank bar when someone on the other team DCs. No, if you win and the other team DC'd, you still get rank points for that. It doesn't penalize you for the other team having a bad internet connection. Well, that's unfortunate. They sharked for a very long time. And now they're not paying attention to where the Rainmaker's going, because they did not get in a position where they can defend it. Where am I? Oh my god, that is not where I wanted to land. I don't win this. Yeah. Aerosprays do not have any business taking 1v1s with 52s. I don't know why you're taking it up here. This actually gives us a pretty good route into the enemy base. I can use these bombs to get there. We'll get the trade there, but that's a wipe, unfortunately. That position is good defensively on most other modes. Like, that's a good way for your team to come out if you have been wiped and need to get back into mid, especially in something like tower, something like splat zones. Somebody saw that, yeah. Fortunately, we know what direction they're coming in because of the paint trails that were available to them. Teammates, and then laser that player down. Oh boy. This one I should lose. Yep. The advantage I had over the 52 there was that I set my aim ahead of time. I knew exactly where I was going to have to shoot, and so as soon as I got the teammate down, I was already firing and ready to go, whereas they were still trying to find their aim. Part of it is that I'm finding my aim faster as well. That's also something to consider, but like there, they should have splatted me. They had enough shots before they went down to have been able to splat me. There, the enemy player was expecting to aim at the Rainmaker instead of having to aim at, oh my god, instead of having to aim at me. So they were looking in the wrong place and didn't adjust for what was actually threatening them at the time. Yeah, I can't defend that, but I can start bomb rushing in. Nice. The counterplay for them on my bomb rush there was to stay where they were up above. Because I think all three of them had some kind of ledge that they could duck over to not get hit by either the bombs or the Rainmaker explosion. I think one of them did end up dropping and going down. But then also it looked like a Booyah got popped to try and stop it, but it didn't stop the Rainmaker from grabbing. And then the Rainmaker, I think it was the Booyah, started kind of working as a smoke screen, making it more difficult for the enemy team to see what we were doing. So a little bit of a misplacement there. You always want to put the Booyah down like a little bit in front of where your opponents want to be, so that they either run into it or run in a different direction. Because if you put it in a position where they can run away from it, that's not going to work. That's just going to lead to the Rainmaker doing what they did here. They probably didn't know that there was someone who had snuck in that well either. Do you listen to Eminem when you practice? No. No, I do not. I don't listen to music because audio cues are important in this game. Why did you decide to play Aerospray to X rank? So, I wanted to play a bunch of weapons that I don't play competitively and get them to X rank so that I could go through the typical player's learning curve and talk about, you know, at different levels, how players learn the game and what they need to do to improve to the next level. And I put it up to a vote because I wanted the audience to get something out of it for the weapons that they cared about, right? So I had people, you know, tell me which weapon they would want to see me play. And because of the Aerospray meme, that I don't like the Aerospray and think it's a bad weapon, everyone made me play the Aerospray for one of them. But I'm doing 3 others. Heavy Splatling, GooTuber, and Grim Range Blaster are the other 3 that we're going to do right away. And then maybe we keep the series going. I don't know. I could not see to save my life there. The wall was actually stopping me from spotting the enemy player there. So that was just me getting into a position where I'm like, can I out-mechanic them out of this? I could not, was the answer. That's 2 of them down. Just the brush. We're going to pick up and we're going to take it top right so that nobody else gets any other ideas. Oh, I mistimed it and then just got sniped over here. Well, this will put my team in a position where they have to get up onto the glass to be able to get the Rainmaker, which will put them where we want the push to go. Hopefully. That's the hope. That was not the worst fight to take, because I can use the rail for cover when I get close. We win the pop because I am an Aerospray. Hear me roar. It's not a lot of DPS. The Sploosh gives you much better DPS. Oh my god. There we go. Sometimes you think you've hit the Rainmaker, and you just don't. Can someone move in front of me and push them out? All we had to do was go up the steps. I guess someone was trying to flank around to the right, but there's nobody in front of me. So, like, I'm just gonna die to the first person I run into there. What? Oh. I should have seen those coming. I need to rotate over to right here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Gotta watch out for this charger. They're backing up a little bit. They're letting it get a little closer. Okay, this is good. This is good. Just grab this and go. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't get the flat. There we go. So now we've got someone in front of us. This is a really good position. We just gotta make sure they don't get sniped or flanked. Oh. We were also focused on the charger that nobody saw the brush coming in from the side. It was a good flank by them. We're fine with it being up here. Charger does not know. And I think everybody else dropped. This could be fun. Let's see what that does. Okay, we got him. That was funny. Man. Our team isn't painting enough. God, like, Aerospray, get it together. Put some paint on the ground. This is actually really scary how much this is painted. This would be a very fast push for the enemy team. So we're just gonna spend some time getting control of mid instead of trying to go for cheeky Rainmaker pushes. And they're all alone. There's no one here beside them. I wouldn't have done that in X rank. I was expecting the Charger not to look at me. And I was correct. Nice. I think what happened there was that the curling bomb... Ah, the brush again. I think what happened there was that the curling bomb ended up like underneath the splash wall when the splash wall activated, and so the splash wall instantly exploded it and it blew up on both sides. I'd have to go back and look at it again, but that seems like, because I don't know why the curling bomb would explode at that exact moment otherwise. I don't get anything from this pop because I don't get splats, and they just shoot me immediately if I try to grab it. I thought I might get someone with that bomb. Oh, no. Ooh. Ooh, that's probably a loss unless Cyro comes in clutch. Okay, whew. That would... If they get their frontliners in front of the Rainmaker carrier there, we definitely lose that game. So that, I guess, is the moral of the story for A rank here. Rainmaker carriers wait for someone to push up in front of you, and if you're not the Rainmaker carrier, push up in front for the Rainmaker. Not too far in front, but it should not be going in by itself. If it's going in by itself, the first person who sees it is going to splat it. Whereas, if you go in front of it, they have to fight you instead of the Rainmaker, and the Rainmaker just gets to keep swimming. Even if you lose, you're still buying them time. What if Eminem was right next to you making the audio cues for you with his mouth noises? You know, if he was good at it. Honestly, even if he wasn't good at it, that would be pretty funny. I would make content out of that. Tanks on the Splattershot Juniors are different, yes. The Splattershot Junior got a buff a while back that gives its ink tank 110% of the normal capacity. And they actually increased the visible size of the tank on screen. Let's go for something silly. Where is everybody? I was expecting to run into like 3 people making the play that I just made. Yes, fight me. Fight me and not the Rainmaker. Why are we going that way? That way's slower. Oh, well, I guess it gets around them, and they're not looking for this. If they are able to swim for like a couple more seconds, they can jump it straight to the Rainmaker pedestal. So I can see what they're going for, and it almost worked. But if people know about that, it shouldn't work. Because it's slower, and... Okay, cool. There's just one player over there, and then there's the Rainmaker. And this should be a quad. Neat. That was the only place I had safety from the brush, but now we rotate back to this direction. Fire a shot there in case they drop. I need paint on the wall. Ugh. Yeah, the Tri-Slosh was doing their best. I don't think that that's on them, really. As I was making a quick rotation, it would probably be hard for, like, the charger to follow that super easily. The splatter shot, maybe they were down or something like that. So, I think we did the best we could given the situation. But that shot was misplaced. It needed to stop me from getting to where I want to go here, and it did not. Oh, well, this is going to be tricky. Come on, pick it up, pick it up. Yes, good, good. Okay, one more. Can we fight that? Nice! Go, get it, get it, get it, get it. Go, 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 go. Paint for him, paint for him. Get forward. Oh, no. Nice, got one with the bomb. We gotta wait for the teammate to get in on the flank, and they got in there. Let's go! Good stuff. I got it started, but that was all my team once I got splatted. They finished it. Good work for them. Yeah, this map for Rainmaker, there's probably some dumb stuff that you can do with it on a competitive level, but it feels good to me. I like, maybe like Ray is too good here or something like that, or I don't know. Because you do have to funnel through some pretty nasty choke points with the Rainmaker, whichever direction you go. So maybe it's too easy to defend? I don't know. It never felt that bad to me once I actually started playing it. And I've just generally warmed up to Schellendorf a little bit more as time has gone on. I don't think it's the worst. I think part of why people think it's the worst at first is that it's good for backliners, and they don't know how to deal with backliners being on glass. But for certain modes, it's god-awful. Like, I will never want to play this on Clam Blitz. Clam Blitz, it's just too powerful to get set up on the enemy glass, like their side glass, because you can throw clams from there, but also you can just like put a Hydra there. And what do you do about the Hydra, right? Like, you can hold it down way too easily with way too few approach options for the defending team. You should not have to like flank all the way out, get to mid, and come back from mid effectively to be able to stop a Clam Blitz push. You should at least be able to throw bombs at most of the places that they can throw clams in a relatively easy place from spawn. That's not great. But zones is fine. Sets up some backline. I don't know why they put the glass, like put a break in the glass on splat zones. Like, it'd be nice to be able to go to the enemy side glass, I think. But I don't know, maybe that would give you too much of an ability to just stand up on the glass and shoot down at the zone. Maybe that's the idea. But tower is fine. I think Rainmaker is honestly fine here too. Zones is Explo Heaven for sure, for sure. Always have to play this map on clams. It's hard to say if I've ever had fun with that map mode combo. It's fun if you're doing the silly stuff to the enemy team. But yeah, it's not well designed for that at all. Oh man, that's scary, Lumi. I'm glad you guys got it out. Oh, well, that loses me a bunch of time. They probably get popped for that. Well, teammate probably could have run back to me for help. All I can do is stall the Rainmaker pickup here. Okay, they did not go for the thing. They went for that thing. And left the Rainmaker completely unprotected. Or rather, the Rainmaker left himself unprotected. I'm not going to blame that on the Junior. That was the Rainmaker's fault. Nice. I'm surprised I didn't get the splat. Yeah, that was a little A little overzealous of me. I'm like, they don't know I'm here. I can just get this pick with my Aerospray. Right. That's enemy Booyah Bomb, which isn't enough for them to get pop. And in fact, I now get pop. Okay. Oh, hi. Well, that's unfortunate. 52 gals dropping from the sky that you didn't see tends to not go well for you. Sigh. They're not looking at me, therefore I can get this pick. Okay, I don't know why I wasn't climbing there. I was like, I'm holding up, why am I not rising? Maybe I was off to the side hitting a wall or something? There wasn't enemy ink in the way, at least in the direction I was trying to go. Launch in. Now we back up and our Rainmaker carrier dies. I don't know why you would want to pick up there. They had clear control of mid and even my bomb rush wasn't doing much. This one's not looking easy right now. Yes. Yes, you are in fact splattered. How much that I can do about that. Man. This is going to get all the way to mid. And then it's going to get splatted. Hey, I was further than I thought. Oh, hi. I don't know where you were coming from. What? Oh, there's a suction bomb or something, right? Okay. 2v2. Last chance. Well. I spent too long walking and shooting there. That was definitely my bad. Now, the Rainmaker carrier is going in front of the team. Which is not the way we should do this, and so... If they go down here, I'm definitely going to want to pick it up. Oh no. Potentially going down here. Alright, well... Now we have 5 seconds to pick it up. Yeah, we even got the pop, but just wasn't in time. Shucks. Well, it happens. And a lot of those fights, you know, if I need to hit fewer shots to get the splat, then I'm in good shape. If I have a little bit more range, I'm in good shape. I don't let us play with other friends in ranked. See, that I kind of understand, because ranked is intended to be a solo mode where you are not able to coordinate with your teammates. Because you're playing with strangers, right? It's matching you up with random people online. If you were able to coordinate, that would give you an unfair advantage. That's why League exists, so that you can have that exact environment, but with friends. Now, the fact that League forces you to play in either 2s or 4s and doesn't let you play with a group of 3 or doesn't let you just join up with another team like in Salmon Run, that I don't understand. But Ranked, I think, should be designed that way. That's how Tri-Squads was. Wasn't Tri-Squads like you decided to go in as a group of 3 and did not find a 4th? You just played 3v4? Isn't that my understanding? That's my understanding of how it worked. Like you were just deciding to play a 3v4. Am I wrong? Because like how were you to lobby up to be the one player that fills out the team? Join as just myself with a Tri-Squad. Right, like, I don't think that was an option. It was just like a way to flex, basically. S-rank lobbies can take a little while to fill because it's kind of on an island. It's only one rank that only matches with itself. It doesn't have like an S- that it's pairing up with. An S+ is after you get out of this. So this can take some time. Continue making vids in Splatoon 3. Yep, that's the plan. I am hoping for pretty significant growth when that happens. Always thought there should be an S-. Hopefully this channel pops off when Splatoon 3 drops. I appreciate that, and I hope so. Okay, here we go. Stinky Sock. I like the name. I'll booty out of that. Maybe they heard me saying that I like their tag. I don't know. Oh no, they were on the enemy team. Never mind. Maybe they also like Stinky Socks. Hey, look at that. The splatter shot actually... Oh no, it was the Squiffer. Good shot by that. Oh, we wiped. This is bad. So this is a free push to 40, at least. More than that. We probably could have stopped that by putting bombs in front of it a little bit sooner, but... Oh, that's a really good bomb, actually. It took me a second to just figure out what orientation it was in. Okay, cool. They know how to jump the Rainmaker off and reset it. I like this. They're just going for it. They're not going to make it to lead. If they dropped it down into Clam Goal, they have a better chance, but still not a great chance. I'm gonna make it very annoying for you to get this out of here. And then I'm gonna get rushed down by the Dapple Doolies, which I do not want to fight. Oh no. Oh man, I had the jump on them and everything, and I lost my aim. At least they're jumping out and not trying to keep pushing it. They could probably have gotten a couple of picks if they just sharked there. Okay, that's one of them. That's two of them. And this, again, is why you've got to push up in front of the Rainmaker, because otherwise they just get to walk out and take a defensive position instead of having to fight their way in. We had all four up, but nobody was positioning in between me and the most likely place for someone to defend in that moment. Thought someone might want to come up there. Us. Okay, cool. It's just the one who has Rainmaker. Get behind that. Okay, now let's start trying to make some space for it. Why did we go left? That's not where the Rainmaker was going. I don't know how they got that pick, but definitely wasn't going to go far afterward. Okay. I'm very scared to drop down there. I'm going to do this. We got close to getting there. I don't think we get there, though. Oh, wait, wait. This is lead. Nice. Oh boy, this is bad. Okay. Well, we only have to defend for one push. We've got a pretty good amount of pain on the ground. This is a pretty good look, as long as we don't just, like, throw in this fight right here. Ooh. Protect chicken box. Nope, chicken box is down. Just gonna throw a lot of bombs, play it extra safe. Don't get sniped or anything like that. That's a really helpful stop for us. It slows them down a lot. Might actually be able to get in there with a bomb rush, actually. Beautiful. Ideally, what happens there is the time runs out before the Rainmaker explodes, and then I realized, oh wait, we're gonna pop it before that happens. I was just trying to keep it in the shield there, but the pop did end up splatting someone, and it was too close to us for them to be able to run in and pick up in time. So grabbing it works too. But ideally, what you do there is you don't pop the shield and just keep it in the shield so that the enemy team can't possibly grab it, and also cannot splat you while you're holding it. Either other option incurs more risk than you need to when you're in the lead. The Dapple Doolies are toothbrushes? What, is that the, like, Colgate Sensodyne thing where they're like... Or are they like those automatic toothbrush things? I could see that. Because I know, like, somebody compared the colors of them to brands of toothpaste or something like that. Or maybe that was why. Maybe I missed part of that joke. Surprised. Oh, hello. Well, neither of us were ready for that. I'm not in a great position to use this bomb rush. We're just taking it up and over. Is this safe? Should be? They were scared for some reason. Oh no. I actually moved into the stingray there. That was just me relying on muscle memory. We probably lose lead here because they can just take it across the glass for a while before we're actually going to get in position. Oh no, we're good. Not that I care about this lead. This is not a winning push for sure. Oh boy. Oh buddy. Yep. That's only going to get me one. Sometimes it works with bubbles to not throw the bomb at the bubble, but to throw it, like, right next to the bubble. Because the bubble, it can exist inside the bubble as long as it's, like, on the ground waiting to blow up. Oh, no. Really, really out of position on the right-hand side there. Not where you need to be right now. Oh, did not see the bomb. I really hope they do not just move forward and let someone pick it up. That is exactly what might happen here. Okay, let's get it out on the left. Yep, that is the right idea. Well, unfortunately, we're going to go down to the Ray bucket combination here, but I'm glad we've taken it to a position where they aren't just going to KO from if we lose another fight. You shall not pass. Okay, maybe you'll pass. Oh, they're doing the thing where they move with the Rainmaker backwards. Is actually slightly faster. But it also just makes it so you can't shoot where you want to. We're just losing too many fights here. Rainmaker Carrier was playing very smart. Shielding themselves pretty well. If you told me that that player was a Smurf, I would believe you. I won't say so for sure. It's not like our team was doing particularly well, but there is some tech that they were using here and there were some decisions that they were making that I was like, this doesn't seem completely congruent with the skill level that I've been seeing here, and that player is clearly not going to stay in S rank for very long. Yo, Cactus Raid, Pog. Thanks for the raid, Cactus. Appreciate it. And thanks for the improvised shout-out, Jamie. What a Poggers mod. How will you choose the weapons you cover in the future? Same thing. I'll just put it up to a vote. Are you saying that you're currently trying to get out of S Difflan, or that I'm currently trying to get out of S? But yes, that's where I'm at. Stream is going well. Yeah, unfortunately, there wasn't a good combination of Rainmaker splat zones today. I'm busy tonight, which is the only time that it would have worked for me to do it. So we're just getting a couple hours of Rainmaker here. At the top of the hour, stream's going to end, and I've got stuff I've got to do. But we're making it as far as we can in that time. We have gotten another level. So, just a little bit closer. Boy, does that take a while. Hit being C rank. Being the Rainmaker to our base. Well, if you don't like being C rank, what you do is you win and get out of C rank. That's your counterplay to having teammates that you don't think are good. You go and rank up so you get better teammates. Because if you're remaining in C rank, it's either that you're not playing enough to rank yourself up, or it means you are losing matches. And so there's something that you can improve on there. Level 18 S rank. Yeah, I've seen level 20X. That was a pretty impressive run that someone had. I would hesitate to just assume it's due to your teammates. Always be looking for something that you can learn from it. Even in situations where you feel like it wasn't entirely your fault there. There we go. There's that. Oh, we're doing really well. We just need to not get picked by that 52 because I don't know where they're at. They've already got this all painted for me. Okay. Okay, nice. Just need to get not get sniped here. Behind me, so we come around this. Oh shoot. I just need to get all the way up. Ah, man. I think we get there, though. Do we get there? We jump in and we try. I believe. I got one, which is more than I should. That was the 52 I traded as well. Oh my god, I'm so lucky. And not that lucky. Alright, well, that's definitely a winning push, but I would rather this not have to go to time if we can help it. I think their Squiffer DC'd. Looked like they were just standing still in mid there. Yeah, they are still standing still in mid. I don't know what was going on there, but I hope they didn't give up. That's never a good thing to do. Good play from the 52, but there's only so much they can do when we have that many teammates in front. So that's a position where our frontliners got out too far in front of the Rainmaker. And as soon as somebody on the enemy team can slip in between the Rainmaker and its defenses, your frontlining is not helping anymore. So it doesn't matter that you painted the way forward, they can't take that paint trail. I don't know what happened. Oh, I literally just walked onto a bomb is what happened. Oh boy. Okay, we got away with it. Oh, well, that was smart. They painted the rail to get me down. I was expecting they were going to try and shoot me, so I was stalling to make them miss those shots, but no, they just went for the rail instead. So I probably actually could have gotten away with it if I just run up, but... Oh boy. No way they shot blocked for him! That was an awkward spot for them to try and pick up. They did not have numbers. They didn't have paints. There were my teammates that were in the way of them going where they wanted to. Playing the objective is something that you should be doing when you have an advantage, and that was not an advantageous position for them at all. Okay, let's come up here. Oh no, I did not get my shots on in time. Turned my brain off. I was like, we got this. That player's not going to jump in time. I'm hitting these shots now. Why am I not hitting these shots? Oh no. Yeah, you're not going to get that far. You're going to get further than you had before, but not that far. When you have to push to 3... you've got to keep that in mind and play it pretty safe. You're going to have to wipe the enemy team multiple times to make that work. So getting the picks you need to walk forward doesn't mean you're going to be able to keep walking forward all the way to the goal. Holy moly, that junior had 25 KA. I often sport and feel like I have a hard time carrying with the sport role. Do you think it's important to learn Slayer to be able to carry? Should I be able to as a sport? I think that... So here's the danger of me, characterizing each weapon as, a Slayer, a support, a backliner. Really, every weapon plays every role at certain points in the game. And so, yeah, slaying and just outslaying the enemy team is one of the easiest ways to rank up from low level. But you're going to be able to do that even on a supportive weapon if you're significantly better than those players are. Now, in the meantime, you can be painting up and playing for special and stuff, and you can just slay when you kind of need to make the play in that position, but don't think that, your job is just to be painting. Your job is to do whatever the team needs you to do at that moment, even if you're the worst weapon that you could pick in the game to do it. So, it may be a little harder to rank up with a weapon that's not designed to slay very well, but it's definitely not impossible at all. First used K52 when it came out, I knew it was going to be broken. It did take a buff before people were able to get all that value out of it, but it was very similar to a 96 kit that there was in Splatoon 1. Woomy. Always woomy to your fellow woomies. It's extremely important. Well. Oh no. They don't KO from that, do they? Oh, they KO from that. Oh, Lord. Please stop. Okay. That ever happens to you. Pop goes off, 2 of your teammates die. Get to safety, super jump back to spawn. Especially if the enemy team is clearly just running the Rainmaker past you. Like, if you're in the way of the Rainmaker, sure, you can put bombs in the way or something like that. But you cannot stay in play if your teammates are splatted and the Rainmaker is past you. You must get back between the Rainmaker and the goal. There was counterplay there that our teammates needed to employ once we lost the fight that badly for the pop. It's definitely going to make me think twice about hard committing to pop in future, just because if I get removed from play like that, I don't trust that the right defensive play is going to get made. But there are things that you can do even in that 2v4 situation to prevent the KO, but we kind of stayed in the fight, let the Rainmaker get past us, didn't have our eyes on the objective. And so you can see there, like, I was the first person spawned after the Rainmaker shield did what it did. I'm a lightweight weapon. I paint for myself really fast and move fast. I could not get there in time to stop the Rainmaker from dunking. That has to be on the teammates that were helping Pop and didn't get splatted by it. They have to recognize the situation, realize they're not going to be able to take a fair fight here, and get between themselves, get between the Rainmaker and their own goal. And really the counterplay on my end there, the thing I need to be doing that I didn't do, is looking at the opponent's weapon comp instead of reading chat, and and seeing, does our team have the DPS to be able to pop the Rainmaker shield? See, that's the classic streamer excuse that you can always make. You were just reading chat, you know? That's why you messed up. Cool, you made it over here. I guess I overcommitted to that. I didn't need to trade for it. They didn't really get anywhere useful by being there. Let's make sure we have a special going into this. Let's find a place where we can actually get use out of it. I don't think anyone saw me up here. If they try to bring it in, we pop this. Can I get there in time? Yes, I can. No! Why are you not dead? There we go. Where was the original player who gave that jump? That's who I was looking for in the first place. Let's first do this, then do this. On the left, huh? Wanted to take it right. Did not check it fast enough to notice the Squid was there. I'm dead. Jump is a little greedy. So they're just going to go up on the rail for some reason. So they're just going to drop it down. Like, they're trying to go right, so I don't know why they're taking the rail to get there. It's not faster. I guess maybe to avoid players, but... Two of them down. One of them is over there. They're gonna come up behind us. Ah. How did that not splat? What? That looked like it was right on top of them. Whatever. We're in good shape. Yep. This is the push you're looking for. So you just get points faster. If I get this, yes, that's wipe. Come on, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Needed some help there. Looked like someone pushed ahead of me far enough that they were able to just drop. That's a lot worse than it could have been. Maybe I should have just suicided it forward. I was trying to set up for the KO, though. I felt it was achievable. Not check for me to be flanking there, or for me to be swimming there. They could have seen the ripples in the ink as I moved around, and that is really the only spot that they would have needed to be checking. You don't see me. And we're not ready for this. I see you there. You're not all the way over yet. Ran right into the booyah. Awesome. I was gonna go this way, actually, because there's someone watching me from the other way. Ah, crap. I actually really didn't want to pick it up, because this is going to be overtime. Lodge myself in here, force them after me. There we go. 2, 1. This will give them overtime. But we got the pop. So, usually when you're able to get the pop in that situation, you're fine, because they have to be a certain distance away to not get splatted by the pop. The worst case scenario is that they're behind cover and they're able to sneak back around from that cover and get it, but as long as you just throw someone on top of it quickly, you can usually just pick it up and be safe. Alright. Got room for maybe 3 more. Splashtoon 2. Disable the enemy's Wi-Fi connection? Yeah, I mean, sabotage works. Any Rainmaker tips? I have an entire Rainmaker guide on YouTube, Inkura. If you want to check it out, here is the link to the channel. Anything that I am saying would basically just be a summary of that video. So, I would recommend just checking that out instead. Yeah. Jumping from the map to reset the Rainmaker is a play that is often good, but it is situational. There are some times where you don't want to be doing that. Squid bag the enemy so they get mad and quit. Wouldn't recommend that one. That's not good for the community overall. Give my BFF tips. She's not terribly great at ranked. Again, I would recommend my Rainmaker guide that's on that YouTube channel that I just posted. While we're at it, might as well just shill a little bit more. Here are all of my links. Look at how pretty they are. They're pink. Don't egg camp. Ah, yes, very good Rainmaker advice. What is better for Rainmaker in your opinion? Foil Flingza, regular Flingza, mostly map dependent. Foil Flingza is generally seeing a lot more play right now. The regular Flingza, though, it seems underexplored to my uneducated eye. I have never tried to play the rollers, so I haven't. You know, that would be a situation where I would want to do a video like this and try out the vanilla Flingza and see, like, why is this less successful right now? What is it about this that isn't working as well as the foil Flingza? Because I don't really know why people prefer the one over the other. Wall is like a little bit lower priority than actually a lethal bomb. But also, Splat Bomb Rush just does not seem like a bad special to me at all. I guess maybe the answer is that most of the time people, if they want the Bomb Rush, are going to get it from a Sorella instead. Okay, cool. I don't know why my teammate came back to help me with that, because them fighting me was better for us. That way. Oh, okay, we jumped it over to the right. I like the idea. We might be able to get more of a push from there, as long as this... Oh, no. I was going to say, as long as that player doesn't walk too far forward and feed. I cannot continue fighting this. I keep pushing it. What if, hear me out, we win the game? No! Get up the side. Okay. So there was only one player that was in between the Rainmaker and the goal on their team. Everybody else was trying to fight over the left side rail so that they can get back up to the Rainmaker where it was. The one player who was in our way decided to inkjet, and probably wasn't aware of the fact that an inkjet doesn't actually get you all the way up to glass. So as soon as they fell off, they had no control over glass, but they were like, oh, well, there are players down here. I guess I can go for a fight against them. Thing is, I grabbed the Rainmaker. And I think the Rainmaker pop actually splatted the jet user, so even if they had returned to their jump point, so even if they knew what I was doing and were trying to return to their jump point, they got splatted by that. That was a game. Bye, bot. The bot is dead. Pro tip, the Rainmaker is not edible. True. The Vapid. I like that. It's like we're insulting it. Like crapid, vapid. Are there any other rapids that you can make fun of by changing the prefix on them? Curling Bomb Rush seems so useless. When is it good? It is good when you have open ground and not a lot of cover around you. So if the enemy team is like boxed into a pit or something, it's one of the best specials for locking them in and getting the pick. Now you could accomplish the same kind of zoning pressure with something like a Booyah Bomb, but there are advantages to being able to move while you're using it, to being able to shoot while you're using it, to not be up in the air for 8 seconds doing absolutely nothing while you charge it. I don't know if it's actually 8 seconds. I haven't timed it. I just keep using that number because it sounds like a respawn, and that's scary. I don't think there's anybody watching. There is somebody watching. All right. Note to self, in this rank, they watch those. Oh, no. Are we going to let them get by us? No, we're good. Okay. Oh, they have a DC. That's unfortunate. They're down. There's 2 up there. Below here on the wall. And they're stuck with me. Well, this is unfortunate. How did I swim through it? Very nice. That was a really good example of how to use cover while you're pushing forward. I was just taking positions where it was impossible for the heavy to be able to hit me from where they were. They only had a couple of opportunities to get shots, and my teammates also did a good job of recognizing what was threatening me and trying to deal with it while I was moving. So, granted, 4v3, so that was artificially made easier, but still a pretty good example of how to play that. Bomb rush, you don't need to keep throwing bombs. Like, yeah, you get less value out of it by throwing more bombs, but like, you could throw 3 bombs, swing the roller, and then throw 3 more bombs. So Splat Bomb Rush isn't as spammable as missiles, nor is it as versatile in terms of when and where you can use it. It's got potential for some niche picks, though. Maybe something like Manta Zones with Wall to hold your bunker. Painting the zones for Bomb Rush. Yeah. It's like, in situations where, like that, where you could look at it and be like, this seems really strong for the Flingza Roller. You could also look at that and be like, this seems really strong for their Sorella-brella. And maybe they just prefer the Sorella-brella and it outclasses the weapon in those cases. I don't know, though. It probably paints better than the Brella, I would think. Like, Foil Flingza gets missiles faster than most weapons in the game. Will you be doing this for other modes? Yes. I currently have some progress made on the Heavy Splatling. And there's some videos, you know, all of the gameplay of that is already on YouTube. And then there is, I've got to get to level 22 to unlock Gootuber, which is one of the weapons I'm using. And then I've got to get to level 23 to unlock Grim Range Blaster. So I'll be doing all 4 modes with different weapons. And we will see what we can do. The fact that I've already got a Kraken S rank is not boding well for my Gootuber playthrough, because that is definitely my weakest weapon of the bunch. I owe my orthodontist oh man. American healthcare system, whee! Manta Zones is also a weaker map for missiles. Would make sense to run V-Flings on something like Wahoo or Albacore because the missiles get a ton of value. Yeah, I'm not so much thinking of it as an alternative for Foil Flingza as I am, like, when would you want it over Sorella-brella? Machine Neo outclasses V-Flingza. It doesn't paint as well, is the thing. So maybe you want a Splat Rush and you want better paint than you're going to get out of a machine. That's my thinking. Like, the reason that the K machine does decently with painting is because it has Fizzy Bomb. I don't think the Machine Neo paints well enough to outclass it for, like, Splat Bomb Rush spam. Skirmish is better. I mean, with a wall and vertical flicks, you've got better range and you can keep yourself safe. It makes some sense in my head, but I'm not a roller player. I'd have to... Maybe I'll ask Terran what he thinks sometime. Get in from the right, see if I can flank or draw aggro here. Oh, we came after the blaster. Okay. I was expecting that they were just going to run forward and not want to follow me, but that's actually kind of smart of them. I just wasn't expecting it, so I didn't plan for it. Ooh. Thought I was out of range. Alright. Yeah, mode's changed, so this is going to be the last one. I don't know how we got it and why it's down there. I've not been paying a lot of attention to what's going on so far. Ooh, blaster got in the way. Darn, our heavy was getting chased. He's getting chased. Where am I? What? Teammate, no! Why did you run? They were shooting at me. You could have shot them while they were shooting at me. Oh, we just win the game. Cool. I feel like I barely did anything in that match. Grim Range is seeing a lot of use in Japanese zones tournaments, which is crazy to me, because Blaster is like a really bad painting weapon class, so the fact they're managing to make it work is impressive to me. Like, that I think puts it in a tier above the other blasters, or except for Crapit, I guess. I don't know why I don't think of Crapit as a blaster. I guess because it doesn't one-shot. Alright, so... Normally, I would spend a little bit of time playing the Clamblitz rotation. The problem is, we're supposed to play GooTuber on Clamblitz, and I need to be level 22 to get there. So, we can't do that at the moment, and we're going to unfortunately have to cut it a little bit prematurely short. But, before y'all go, here's all my stuff. You've got Twitter account, the Discord server that people can be in to request VOD reviews from me and things like that. My Patreon is there. You've also got the Twitch and YouTube channel. And there's a sixth thing, and I'll always forget what the sixth thing is. It'll come to me eventually. Well, let me see. Is it Discord? TikTok. It's always a different sixth thing, but I always forget the sixth thing. We've got a TikTok that has been doing pretty well recently. Just a bunch of little shorts teaching basics about the game. Little tips and tricks that you might not have known. So you can check that out there if you'd like. But thank you, everybody, for watching. Appreciate the support, both in person and, you know, in other ways as well. We will be back with more of this potentially tomorrow. Actually, let me check, because the rotations should be available for me to see coming up tomorrow, so I can spot out what's going to work out. Nice! Okay, at 11 a.m. Central Time, there is a Splat Zones rotation followed by a Rainmaker rotation. That's ideal for us. I am going to say right now on stream that I will be streaming again tomorrow at 11 a.m. And that'll be a good chunk of stuff that we have got to play in order to make progress towards our other weapons. So, we will see you all then, 11 a.m. tomorrow, at Central Time. So, noon Eastern and 9 Pacific. So, and if you, for the VOD reviews, We're almost getting... If we get more requests, I might actually start opening up a second day for those. I might have, like, Squid School twice a day, or twice a week. Because right now, we're backed up into, like, end of August. I think there's maybe one spot left on the 26th. We might actually be backed up all the way to August already. So we'll see. There might be an update on that sometime soon if we keep getting requests for VOD reviews, because I don't want to make people wait a month. Like, the game's not going to be around for that much longer. We're going to want Splatoon 3 VOD reviews pretty soon. So anyway, thanks everybody. We will see you tomorrow, and have a lovely day. Stream is ending. Yes, Devi. I guess I'll go and raid someone, though, in the meantime. Hey, Devi, you're not streaming, are you? Hey. No, not this time. All right. Let's see. Who else we got? Let's go raid Becca. Say hi to Becca, everybody. Woo! For your profile a few days ago. Glad to see you on Twitch. Thanks for migrating over. Yes. We go forth to conquer other chats. Say hi to Becca for us, everybody.